Today a bombshell was dropped, okay? Today a bomb was dropped on the entire cannabis community. Shut the fuck up, Elden Ring. A bomb was dropped. A nuke, arguably. A massive nuke. We have something really fucking serious to talk about, okay? This article. Now, for those of you guys who don't follow me on Twitter, you probably don't know what I'm talking about here. If you do follow me on Twitter, you might have a hint of what I'm about to talk about. But it's a lot worse than my tweet alluded to, okay? So listen up, all right? The cannabis industry today was exposed, specifically the California cannabis industry. Some of your favorite brands got exposed today for having insanely high levels of pesticides in their carts. And I'm not talking about, oh, just one or two carts failed a test, or, oh, it was just barely over the threshold. We are talking carts that are hundreds of times over the legal threshold for testing. We are talking brands that had 25 third-party tests done on their products and failed all 25 of them, okay? We are talking major shit here, all right? This is serious. So, this morning, the LA Times dropped an article titled The Dirty Secret of California's Legal Weed. Okay, yeah, amazing day to smoke flower, but I mean, who knows what's also in the flower, right? Who actually knows what's cracking in the flower? But, the dirty secret of California's legal weed. Now listen the fuck up, folks, okay? Everyone's known for a while there's bad actors in the legal market everywhere, right? But especially California. I mean, just a couple months ago, Stizzy got exposed for backdooring and running unlicensed dispensaries. That's like a normal occurrence here in the market. Everyone forgot about that pretty quickly, right? But California brands do a lot of tricks to stay afloat, right? And I'm not saying that it's entirely the fault of the state or the brands or anyone, but California brands pull a lot of tricks behind the scenes to make money. Because with the current tax rates, it's very, very close to impossible to make a real company out of just selling weed. You have to cut corners somewhere. Some brands cut corners on packaging. Some brands cut corners on marketing. Some brands cut corners on the product itself. But here, we have a really extreme example of cutting corners on the product itself, okay? So, let's get into it. So, we're not going to read this entire article word for word because it's very, very long. But there's a couple parts that are worth highlighting. So, this part right here. An investigation by the Times in conjunction with cannabis industry newsletter Weed Week found alarming levels of pesticides in cannabis products available on dispensary shelves across the state, including some of the most popular brands of vapes and pre-rolls. 25 of 42 legal cannabis products that the Times purchased from retail stores and had tested showed concentrations of pesticides either above levels the state allows or at levels that exceed federal standards for tobacco. Now, that's an important line. That's an important line because the regulations around pesticides in tobacco are not the same as the regulations around pesticides in cannabis. When regulations were formed for cannabis testing, they were formed back in, I believe it was like 2017, 2018. It kind of varies by state around that time, right? And never updated. So, as you could guess, the companies that wanted to abuse testing standards obviously found alternative chemicals and pesticides to skirt around standards, and testing regulations have not kept up whatsoever. Where are the regulators? What do they do for a living? I don't fucking know, all right? But either way, so these contaminants included chemicals tied to cancer, liver failure, thyroid disease, and genetic and neurologic harm to users and unborn children. Now, vapes tested from 5 well-known brands had pesticide loads that exceeded federal EPA risk thresholds for harm from a single exposure. That means that if you hit that cart one time, all it takes is one hit, and you are in danger, okay? Some of the things that are tested on here are not like a one-and-done kind of thing. Some of them have high levels where prolonged exposed use could put you at risk, could potentially give you long-term health impacts. But that says that one hit could be enough to do that to you. There is no long-term use needed. Your homie passes you the cart, you take one hit, you're damaged, okay? You're in trouble. Yo, Fozzie, thank you for the bits. Gary Boncloud, 8 beats, thank you for the bits. Nevlinac, thank you for the bits. Listen, I'm not a news reporter, guys, but when I see stuff like this, knowing the audience I have, I feel like it's my duty to share it, okay? Take it as you will, but I feel like it's my responsibility to share this information, knowing how many of you guys are stoners, okay? So, some individual products contained as many as 24 pesticides. The findings dovetail with scores of complaints that 2 private cannabis testing labs have filed over the last 8 months, reporting pesticides and products certified by other labs as safe. Hey, I'm not going to name any names, but there's a few labs out here in California that are well known for taking money for positive test results. Like, it's open knowledge in the industry, right? If I really wanted to, I could make a booth cart right now, and I know a lab that I could pay today to give me a clean test. Now, I can't name them because I'm probably going to get sued into oblivion for doing that, and that's batting out of my league. But what I'm trying to say by telling you guys that is that test results aren't always, usually they are, and if you have a reputable lab, you know, obviously it's science at the end of the day, but they're not always the end-all, be-all, okay? So, let's see. So, this is just explaining, like, the incentive for doing these kind of things. We already talked about that. Obviously, you save money. Use pesticides, you can get a higher yield. You less risk of contamination, which requires you to throw the whole crop out, you know? It's all trying to cut corners to make money in this industry, okay? Here's an interesting part, though. California Department of Cannabis Control officials declined to make anyone available for an interview. The agency would also not release either external or internal discussions of pesticide contamination and refused to release information on its ability to test cannabis products, saying such knowledge would encourage bad actors. This is a problem from the top down, guys. Like, I want to make it clear, I'm not sharing this with you guys to shit on the brands. Although, to an extent, I'm going to shit on the brands a little bit. But I'm also sharing this because this is an issue that is far bigger than just a few shitty brands. The actual government entities that are supposed to be regulating this don't know what they're doing. The people that are actually working in the industry and creating the products are running laps around regulators, bro. Regulators have no fucking idea what is going on. They have no fucking idea what they're talking about, okay? So listen. Essentially, the Department of Cannabis Control said, like, yeah, we're not going to say anything. We have no comment. We're not going to release any information about this. But also, they would not provide the results of pesticide tests that it received from other state agencies and would not provide the safety certificates for cannabis products on the market. It also declined to say what action it has taken on at least 85 contamination complaints it has received since last fall from private labs. My 2 cents is they aren't doing shit. Now, I'm not going to say that definitively because it's not like these people are the DOJ where they're posting public reports of their big busts, but I have yet to hear of anybody getting in trouble for contaminated products. The worst thing that happens is the specific product is pulled off the shelf. That's all that happens. So, let's scroll down a little bit. The agency is now scrambling to initiate California's first market test for pesticides, sending a recent email warning license holders of coming product embargoes, voluntary and mandatory recalls, and disciplinary actions. We are over halfway through a decade into this industry in California, okay? And that's just recreational. If you count Prop 215 and everything, we're over a decade into this shit, okay? This is nothing new. This is nothing new. Yet nobody has figured out how to safely regulate weed yet. So let's take a look at this. So this chart right here is showing the peak levels found in the testing done of each of these pesticides. Now, at the top here, it says the toxic peak, which is the number of times over the permitted limit. Right here, you can see that chlorphenapyr, I probably butchered that, was found over 2,000 times the legal limit. Now, what does this do? What does this pesticide do, you might ask? Well, let's look right here. It's an insecticide, and symptoms include nausea, vomiting, okay, headache, difficulty breathing, wheezing, chest tightness, and short-term memory loss, okay? Combustion of this chemical releases hydrogen cyanide and other toxic gases. You are literally smoking cyanide, okay? You are smoking poison, Literal poison. Not like, oh, I might get a cough. You are literally inhaling cyanide, okay? Damn, bro, I might have to cop only gas now. Hey, buddy, all I'm saying, dude, I promise we aren't going to give you cyanide, okay, pal? We vet our sources, okay, buddy? We don't have to cut corners because the regulators don't fuck my side of the market yet. I can afford to just give you a good product for a good price. I don't got to cut the corners. All right, either way, back at it. In rats, it concentrated in breast milk, causing increased death of offspring. Imagine you're a pregnant mother. You're hitting your backpack boy's cart, which, I mean, to be fair, you shouldn't be doing while you're pregnant. But let's say you're Krishan Rock, okay? You're hitting your backpack boy's cart. Little do you know, your baby's got cyanide all up in his lungs. That's probably why that baby came out all fucked up, honestly. Backpack boy's carts, all right? So keep an eye on this shit, okay? Pymetrozine, another one, an insecticide prohibited in the EU, Canada, and Norway. Approved only for restricted use in the U.S. It is a reproductive toxin and carcinogen, and in rat studies, caused damage to endocrine organs. It is not screened for in California cannabis at all. It is not screened for in California cannabis. They don't even test for this one. They don't care. They don't know how much is in there. They don't want to know. They don't give a fuck. This is the point I'm trying to make of how far behind regulations are from the cannabis industry. Like, these people are actually doing laps, okay? So, let's continue. We've also got a few more here. We'll just rinse over these. What was I trying to say? Gloss over these? I don't even know what I was trying to say there, bro. Either way, trifloxystrobin. It's used on agricultural crops as a seed treatment. Exposure symptoms include headaches, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, and irritated eyes. If you smoke it, it also creates hydrogen cyanide. Dude, yo, this is cooked. Rat studies showed fused bones. Bro, imagine hitting the fucking cart and your bones are melting together. Your goddamn bones are fusing together. Think about it. All right, let's continue. We're not done yet, though. We're not fucking done yet, okay? Because we have two more chemicals on here. Bifezonate is a miticide. I'd imagine that means like small bugs, like mites, used on a large variety of crops. Questionable developmental and reproductive toxin and endocrine disruptor. Okay, we'll leave it at questionable. That's fine. Well, sure. We'll leave it at questionable. All right. Chlorpyrifos, banned for agricultural use in 2021 and not permitted at any level. Okay? Exposure before or shortly after birth may cause persistent behavioral effects into adulthood, delays in cognitive achievement, motor control, and social behavior, and lowered intelligence. Do you want to smoke tard juice, chat? Do you want to smoke special juice? Do you want to smoke the Sped Supreme? All right? Listen, we're not fucking done. We're not done. Long-term exposure associated with Parkinson's disease. Bro, my grandmother had Parkinson's. That woman could not live. She couldn't even move. She couldn't sit still without twitching. Okay? Parkinson's. A disease that is pretty much eradicated at this point. Right? Listen. California cannabis regulators initially responded to those complaints with a single product recall, and in orders that remain confidential, required 3 other products be removed from store shelves. Bro. Frustrated that more was not done, Josh Schweider, the chief executive of Infinite Chemical Analysis Labs and author of most of the complaints, sent his summary of contaminated products directly to Governor Gavin Newsom and cannabis regulators. Those failing products alone represented 150,000 packages of flower, vapes, or pre-rolls for sale to unsuspecting customers. That is 150,000 people that are smoking potential cancer chemicals. And yeah, that's a good point that someone just brought up in chat, right? This is not only a California exclusive thing. If they went around nationwide and tested at dispensaries nationwide, you would find this everywhere, I guarantee it. It's just very prevalent in California because there's some of the most weed in California. We have some of the most variety and brands. So there's way more bad actors out here, right? So let's continue, okay? Let's continue. Oh, After Swider sent his letter, an additional product was recalled for pesticide contamination. The remaining tainted batches were left to sell out. So let's talk about this for a minute, okay? The CEO of a reputable lab sent detailed information to the governor and all cannabis regulators in the state of California, breaking down exactly what is dangerous in these products and why it's dangerous. And they only pulled one additional product off the shelf and left the rest of it to be sold to customers. They just let the rest of it get sold. Just like, yeah, all right. Fuck it. Fuck it, man. We're just sending it. We're just sending it. All right, so let's keep going. Let's keep going. Meanwhile, licensing files show the state's seed-to-sale inventory system contains faulty data. All right, everyone's known about this for a while, okay? This state's, like, seed-to-sale inventory system is scuffed. There's so many ways to cheat that shit, okay? Here we go. This is where it gets juicy. California requires cannabis products to be tested for 66 pesticides. That list, unchanged since 2018, has not kept pace with current cultivation practices, okay? So, tests conducted for the Times and Weed Week identified 7 off-list pesticides and legal products on store shelves. One brand of vape contained fenvalerate, a fungicide proven to lower sperm counts and prohibited in the U.S. since 2008. 16 products contained pymetrozine, an insecticide known to cause liver cancer and mimic human hormones, part of a chemical class known as endocrine disruptors. Pymetrozine is approved for only limited use by the federal EPA. All right, you ready for this? You ready for the bomb? We're going to start naming names now, folks. A pink acai vape from Stizzy, the state's top-selling cannabis brand, carried more than 60 times the maximum amount of pymetrozine allowed by federal regulators in cigarettes. But because California does not require testing for pymetrozine, the company that makes Stizzy products said it is not in violation of the state regulation. Listen, bro, all I'm going to say is this, okay? I stopped working with Stizzy like a year ago because they wouldn't pay up on time. And I'm starting to get a better view of Stizzy. All right, I'm starting to get these guys are doing something behind those doors. All right, these guys are doing something back there. All right. Their response is, we adhere to all standards and limits set by the state of California, which has some of the strictest testing requirements and pesticide limits in the country. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks. That's awesome, dude. So you have 60 times the legal amount of an insecticide known to cause liver cancer and to mimic human hormones, and you're just like, dude. We're following standards. I mean, sure, we might kill a couple million sperm cells and duplicate a couple of your hormones, but, like, you're stoned, right? You're high, right? You're good, you know? Okay. The Times and Weed Week testing also found another off-list chemical, propargite. I don't know if I said that right. A carcinogenic insecticide that UCLA researchers have linked to brain cell death and increased incidence of Parkinson's disease in Central Valley residents. Brain cell death. Does it even get any worse than that? Like, is there a worse side effect than eating your brain cells? Genuinely asking. I don't think it gets worse than that. And it's just in dispensary shelves. Guys, these are not the black market carts, okay? We're not talking about the scuffed carts that, like, you buy off your plug. You know, we're not talking about dank vapes here. We're talking about licensed, tested products that are sold in legal dispensaries to customers that are coming in and thinking that the dispensary has done the testing and verification for them. They are walking in and thinking that they are being kept safe, not realizing that in reality, they are smoking fungicides and insecticides that are literally eating their brain. Okay? So let's keep going. Okay? Let's keep going. So this is a little section just showing, like, some of the stuff that they've busted. There's the Chinese chemicals right there. Hey, the Chinese boys are making a big play on the California cannabis market. That's a topic for a whole nother stream, whole nother video, though, okay? Like, we're not going to talk about that today because I could probably make an hour-long fucking rant talking about the Chinese bubba, okay? It's a big deal. So we're going to kind of just scroll past this section. This is documenting, like, where the chemicals are coming from and that kind of stuff, right? We're going to go down to the more important part, okay? We're going to go down to the more important part, ladies and gentlemen. So, contaminated weed in you. we're not going to talk all about this because you guys, I'm sure, really want to know what brands got exposed in this article, okay? Now, I'm going to link this article in the chat. I'm going to link it also if I end up uploading this to YouTube. I'm going to link it in the comment section, okay? So read the full article if you want to see this part, okay? But we're going to go down a little bit further because here we go. Problem in cannabis trim, yada, yada, yada. Take me down to the fucking money part. Here we go. The complaints included Zope flower sold by Grizzly Peak Farms and Crew Mai Tai vape carts, both with chlorphenapyr prohibited at any detectable level. Dude. Fog City Farms. Shark bites with too much piperonal butoxide and I don't know how to say these, bro. I'm gonna highlight them and you guys can try to say them. West Coast Cure. Yo, bro, I'm really disappointed to see West Coast Cure on here because they're a legacy brand. And I'm not going to lie, Jarrett's the homie. But, like, I can't support this shit right here. Okay? Jay Cures is a cool guy, but that doesn't change the fact that this is not right. This is not right here. Okay? This is not right. Okay? West Coast Cure, Biscotti vapes with myclobutanil and Jack Herer flavored ones with chlorphenapyr. Oh, I can't even. Dude, they got so many in here that I can't even say it. Backpack Boys vapes contain chlorphenapyr, bifenthrin, bifenthrin, ethoxylol, malathion. I don't know how to say all of these. Look at how many different chemicals are in the Backpack Boys ones. That what I just highlighted, that's all chemicals that are in just the Backpack Boys. Okay? Okay? Now wait. Here we go. Are you guys ready for the real bomb? Are you guys ready for the real fucking bomb? Oh, here we go. Directors of labs that had certified products cited as contaminated in Swider's crusade accused him of seeking a competitive edge, even spiking pesticides into clean samples. They accused clients of having clean material tested and sending contaminated goods to market. None made these statements on the record. They cited fear of lost business, litigation, and personal harm. Yo, I'm not going to lie, this line right here, they accused clients of having clean testing material and sending contaminated goods to market. This is true. Like, I know for a fact this is true. I'm not going to go into detail because of this same line right here, okay? Specifically the litigation part, but I'm telling you right now this is true, okay? Like this, that is 100% true, okay? I'm not going to name any names, but that absolutely does happen, okay? A total, fish out of water, thank you guys for the subs. Yo, all right. So they also said pesticide testing is inexact and easily manipulated. You can give it to 10 different labs and get 10 different results, said Paul Hamra, owner of Veridity Analytics, San Diego labs that approved vapes by West Coast Cure, Fat Panda, and Maven that subsequently showed pesticides. State inspectors visited Hammer's lab in January, trying to shut us down because of a case made against us by Infinite. So that's the other lab that reported these issues. In late April, the state suspended Veridity Analytics license, saying the lab has engaged in activity that poses harm to public health, safety, or welfare. So here's the lab the whole time trying to be like, yo, guys, like, we're doing it legit, bro. They're clearly contaminating this stuff to get a competitive edge. And the state came in and found out that actually they were manipulating test results. So this is one of the first times, listen, this is a huge deal right here. Because for years, it has been like whisperings among the cannabis industry of like, hey, this lab will do your test results good. You know, just pay them a little extra. Hey, this lab will do whatever you need them to. They'll give you good results, right? And there's an incentive for labs to do that. Because if a brand sends a lab product and they send back bad results, obviously that brand's never going to go to them again. If a lab is consistently giving them passing results, the brand's going to go back. And the brand's going to keep using that lab for their testing, right? So there's an incentive for these labs to be doing this, right? Which is unfortunate. So the suspension said Veridity inflated potency of 4 cannabis products, failed to show accreditation, could not provide the chemical standards it used, and told regulators it had unacceptable accuracy ratings for testing pesticides, molds, and solvents. Inspectors also said Verity labeled the pesticide as non-detect when equipment showed contamination without offering any scientific criteria. Damn! 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 Meanwhile, Swider became a target. He said he lost clients and word of his activism spread. Then while traveling in March, he received a phone call from a blocked number. I'm going to come and get you and your whole family. You're going to pay for this. Dude, listen, bro. There's a lot of sketchy folks in this industry. Like, I believe it. I believe it, okay? So we're going to scroll a little further, okay? We're going to scroll a little further. Here we go. This right here. So let's actually zoom in on this. Let's actually zoom in real good here so you guys can see all this. Okay. So this is the entire chart of all the products that were tested for this article. Okay? This is the chart of every product that was tested. Alien Labs, passing. Shout out Alien Labs. And actually, you know what? Alien Labs is owned by Connected, and Connected also passed on this chart. So quick shout out to Alien Labs and Connected for doing their shit the right way and putting out clean products for people. I guess you've got my official stamp of approval right here. Shout out Alien Labs and Connected, putting out clean products. But I cannot say the same about our friends at Backpack Boys. I don't know if I want to call them friends, just our acquaintances at Backpack Boys. So let me point out real quick that this right here, right, this is the amount times the legal limit, okay? So this cart, this lemon cherry gelato cart from Backpack Boys, had 2,060 times the legal limit of chlorphenapyr. If you guys remember, that's one of the ones that causes a bunch of health problems, okay? But not only that, you would think like, okay, it's only just one pesticide in here. No, they've got chlorphenapyr, bifenthonate, clofenazine, shit that I haven't even seen mentioned in the article. This particular cart right here, the blue guava gelato we'll start with, had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 50 more. 25 different pesticides in this one Backpack Boys cart. This cart failed for 25 pesticides, okay? Not 1, not 2, not even 5. 25 fucking pesticides, okay? RIP Aaron reviews brain cells. Yeah, yeah. The cart tubers are in shambles right now, bro. The Blinker YouTubers, Blinker Tube is absolutely crumbling right now. These guys better all have doctor's appointments tomorrow, okay? Every single one of them better have a fucking doctor's appointment for tomorrow, dude. All right. So listen, that's not the only Backpack Boys cart that failed for that many things. This one, for example, lemon cherry gelato. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 26 different pesticides. Okay? 26. We all smoked pesticides growing up. Fuck them. Hey, bro, I didn't smoke very many carts growing up. I'm just going to say that. Like, I smoked a little bit, but I was never like one of those real cart rippers, bro. I got a cart in my pocket right now. Oh, my God. It doesn't, I swear I think it's clean. Like, I know who I got it. Like, I know where it's from. I know the brand. I think it's clean. But, like, looking at it on paper, bro, look at this thing. Listen, I got it for free, okay? All right, guys. We're going to eat my brain cells live on stream right now. Are you ready? Oh! Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Bro, my brain cells were falling. Oh my God. They were literally falling out of my ears, dude. I don't know if the camera caught that. All right, let's keep going. Backpack Boys. So let me just count how many of these Backpack Boys failed. So this is 5. It's 6 per page, okay? So they have 5 on the first page. Here's another page. Here's another page of just Backpack Boys. Here's another page of just Backpack Boys. And here's another page with 2 more Backpack Boys. The first 5 pages of this chart are literally just Backpack Boys, okay? So let's do the math. 6, 12, 18, 20. Oh, 6, 12, 18, 20, 25. So their products were sent in for 25 separate tests, okay? They failed all 25. They failed all of them. I guess the ones that you could say are not a fail are these ones, okay? Below LOQ on Boscalid, all right? I guess you could say, all right, 23 out of 25, you can make the argument. But even then, that's not a green check, bro. It's just like below the amount that they could write. Okay, so that's not a green check. Like Alien Labs up here, clean, good to go, right? So we got 5 pages of just Backpack Boys. Let's keep going. Circles. If any of you guys have ever smoked Circles, I never have. They're giving you AIDS, I guess. Cloud. Okay, here we go. So Cloud. These are like some brands that I don't really smoke. Crew. I've never even heard of Crew. Okay. I don't know who these people are, but don't smoke their carts. Okay. Delighted. Looks like Delighted's doing good here. All right, Delighted passed. Dime Industries. Uh-oh. Oh, my. 762 on pymetrazine. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute, dude. Chat. Which one was that? Wasn't that the one that, like, eats your brain cells? I'm pretty sure that was the one that eats your brain cells. All right, so if you want to die, if you want to speedrun death, Dime OG might be up there on the list of things to smoke. All right? Flavorade. Okay. All right. Okay, well, they failed. Looks like about a 50% dub ratio. Uh-oh. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so they failed 1, 2, 3. So, all right, 4 to 3. 6 to 3. 6 to 7, okay. 6 to 9. Oh, that's an unfortunate score line. 6 to 9. That is an unfortunate score line, Flavorade. You've got bad odds. Okay, let's keep going. Fog City, Gelato. Yes, that is a brand. Not talking about the strain. Grizzly Peak Farms. Heavy hitters. Surprisingly passed. I've never been a fan of Heavy Hitters products, but I mean, to be fair, they only tested one product. But, I mean, it passed. You know? Like 400 people just joined and then left. They were pesty zombies. Dude, I'm telling you, Twitch view counts are fucking broken, okay? All right, going up. Cola's Cares, Cola's Kicks, Lolo, Maven. Uh-oh, Maven. You shouldn't be charging that high prices with these kind of pesticides, man. I don't know what to tell you. Consistently expensive. All right, yo, Papa's Herb. Come on now. Why is it always the lemon cherry gelato, too? Why is it always the lemon cherry gelato that's contaminated? Like, the Backpack Boys, bro, the lemon cherry gelato was practically like smoking uranium, okay? Like, this shit is cooked. All right, let's keep going, though. Fat Panda. Oh, I've actually never heard of this brand. I've never heard of the brand Fat Panda, but it looks like you shouldn't smoke them. Fire with a PH. All right, that's not good. Don't smoke any fire. They don't have any fire for you. Raw Garden passed. Congratulations, Raw Garden. Big ups to Raw Garden for passing. Their products, they're not top shelf or anything, but hey, if they're clean, they're clean. I'd prefer a mid-shelf clean product to a top-shelf contaminated one. I'd even prefer a bottom-shelf clean product to a top-shelf contaminated one. All right, let's keep looking. We got Seed Junkie. 1 questionable, 1 passed. Okay. All right. We'll lay off a Seed Junkie. Stizzy, that's not good. Stizzy, that's really not good. This is not looking good, Stizzy. Up. It's not looking good for Up. Superb only had 1 thing tested. They passed it. All right, here we go. This part really hurts me because you know what? West Coast Cure is like a very OG brand in the California cannabis space. I'm extremely disappointed by this. Like, seeing this genuinely hurts me. Okay. Jay Cures is a dude that I consider a friend, dude that I consider a cool person. But I'm not going to sit here and stand by this kind of shit. I'm not going to sit here and stand by West Coast Cure products when these are the results that are coming out in this article. You know what I'm saying? This is cooked. This is crazy. This is shit. You shouldn't smoke any of this. And I'm not going to come out here and say you shouldn't smoke any brand on this list, but I think you should have a lot more discretion and be more careful and ask more questions when you're going to go buy some West Coast Cure or Backpack Boys or maybe even Stizzy or some of the brands on this list that aren't passing, right? All right, so West Coast Cure, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 11, 17, I guess 16 if you don't count this. We'll do 16. Hey! The Jack, though. This batch of Jack was good. This batch of Jack was hitting, though. Okay? This batch of Jack was hitting, though. If he's your friend, hold his ass accountable. Well, bro, all right, let me make something clear. Like, we're friends in the sense of, like, we're friendly with each other at events. I don't like, hang out with him, right? But, like, yo, Jake, yours, dude, I'm disappointed, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. All right, let's keep going. Because we're not, oh my God, we're not done. Okay, so, actually, only that batch of Jack was good. This batch of Jack was absolutely fried. The Lucky Charms and Lemon Cooler are not looking good. The Maui Wowie, the Orange Cookies, the Skywalker OG, the Strawberry Cream, that's a whole lot of trifloxystrobin. That's good. That's not good. That's not good at all. And then the Super Glue. This specific batch of Super Glue looked okay. So the two biggest offenders on here are Backpack Boys and West Coast Cure. Is this tree or disty? I think it's everything. I think they tested like carts, flour, and pre-rolls. Like, I think they did a little bit of everything on this list. But we'd have to start looking up, like, batch numbers and shit to figure out whether this is, like, flour or a cart. But, I mean, I'm sure someone who knows more about these pesticides could probably identify just by the test results. Like, there's probably some of these things that are used in growing and then some of these things that are used in, you know, making carts, you know. Yeah, Taste Stay High is probably dead. He probably died in his sleep last night. Like, that guy, yeah. After this article, yup. All right. That's the fucking article, chat. That's the drama that I wanted to address with you guys, okay? That's where it is. Now, in case I edit this and put this on YouTube, thank you all for watching on YouTube. Drop a fucking like, okay? Subscribe if you haven't already. See you later. All right, everyone say bye to the YouTube audience. Now we're back to Twitch. I'm trying that out, okay? A lot of other streamers, they like clip the good parts of their streams for YouTube. And I was going to make a video about this anyways. So I was thinking, like, what if I just clip this part of the stream and just make a video out of that, you know? Like, it's just my little face cam in the corner, you know? I don't know. But either way. Okay. Yeah, we're farming. No, we're farming content right now. We're farming. We're farming right now. Yeah, so, a lot of brands weren't tested on this. Obviously, I'm going to come out and say right now, I highly doubt Backpack Boys and West Coast Cure are the worst offenders in the state. Out of all the big brands, like if you went and grabbed literally every big brand, like top 100 brands off the shelf in the state, I don't think those would be the biggest two offenders, honestly. I think they just happen to get tested the most, and I'm very disappointed in these results. Backpack Boys and West Coast Cure are two brands that I'm probably not going to be smoking anytime soon, unless some more information comes out about this that proves the otherwise. I don't know. But as of right now, like, this is bad. This is very bad, okay? Chat, what are your thoughts on this, dude? What's everyone's thoughts on this? Because I feel like, honestly, this is something that a lot of people have kind of said for a long time and said, like, oh, yeah, they got boof carts. Oh, yeah, they got pesties in their carts. But everyone just kind of joked about it. And now we have actual definitive proof that there are dangerous pesticides in licensed and tested dispensary products. And we also, for one of the first times ever, have definitive proof that a lab has been caught and delicensed for giving fake test results, which I think is also nuts. I think that's also fucking crazy. Think he got Cookies didn't show up? I think Cookies and Connected are like the same thing. I believe. No, I might be tweaking. I think Connected owns. Am I tweaking? I don't know, bro. There's a lot of like parent companies to a lot of these brands. But yeah, Connected passed. The Biscotti, too, is one of the most popular strains. And Alien Labs passed. So, I mean, hey, shout out to Ted and the boys over at Connected doing the thing. Honestly, out of the brands on this list, that is one of the only ones that didn't have any bad marks. Granted, they only tested 2 of their products, but I mean, there were other brands that got 2 products tested and still didn't pass both. You know? Like, so, I mean, good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, let's see. Heavy hitters. Jeter. Yo, I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, Jeter surprised me. Not because I think Jeter's a bad brand, but because, like, pre-rolls are one of the first categories that I would expect this kind of shit to be happening in. You know? Maybe this is a cart, though. Yeah, liquid diamonds. Actually, yeah, this is a cart. This is a cart. Okay. Yeah, so guys, moral of the story, really stop smoking carts. Or I guess, no, don't stop smoking carts entirely, I guess. I think that's a reach. But really just do your due diligence, do research into what brands are putting out good products, and ask more questions.